Wait, hold on. Bring that glass back for a second. Tommy, do we got the same?
It's this. We have the same. We have the same glass, dude.
Dude,
this is insane.
What do you got in yours?
Water.
Basic bitches.
Crazy.
What about you, man?
Piss.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I'm drinking piss. The boys are drinking piss again.
Yeah. After a
check.
After a long day's work, I like to wind down with a cold glass of piss.
Check.
Ice cold glass of.
Yeah,
I say
all new diet piss.
Hey, can you piss in my Brita really quick?
You mind?
Dude, you're drinking piss straight out of the dick, dude. You got to put that thing in a Brita.
Yeah, it's disgusting to drink it straight from the dick.
There's microplastics in that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you can't drink piss straight from a guy's dick. You got to make that guy piss in your Brita.
Or a woman's dick.
There's microplastics in that micro penis.
Mm-hmm. There's micro penises in there. Dude, there's micro penises in my water.
Can we all just take a second to be thankful that none of us have a micro penis?
Yeah,
all of us.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we definitely don't.
That's not why we have a podcast.
Yeah, I'm super thankful.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
All right, play that theme song.
There it is.
That's the theme song. Hey, if you're listening for the first time, that's our fucking theme song. You're not having an aneurysm or a stroke, a techno stroke.
And we also do not have micro penises. Not even one of us has one.
A lot of people are going to...
Even if you put all of our penises together, it wouldn't be one micro penis. That's how normal our penises are.
No,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I was just going to say, like, you know, a lot of people are going to find this hard to believe, but, you know, all of our penises combined are not one micro penis. And a lot of people are going to find that hard to believe.
Yeah. And that's not something we would lie about, though.
No.
What is something you guys would lie about? You know, just to prove that we're here in goodwill.
That's a great question. I'll answer it right now. I love doing this podcast.
There. No, we have fun.
Yeah.
We have fun. Unless I'm lying.
I don't know.
Who knows? Write in. Tell me if you think I'm lying.
That's a good question, Grant. I don't know. What's I don't know. Do you have an answer for that?
I think I would lie about probably like medical conditions, which a micropenis is not a medical condition. It's actually normal.
It's not a disease.
Have one. Yeah, it's not a disease.
It's not
normal.
A lot of people don't know this, but you know, having a micropenis, it's not like cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're dying from cancer.
Although we do need to find some sort of cure for it with the same urgency.
And I am going on a 5K run.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting that you guys are so committed to finding a cure, because to be honest, last thing on my mind is finding a cure for.
I'm real quick gonna just send out a mutual aid request for a friend of mine who has a micro penis, and we're just looking for a cure. Tommy's running a 5K.
Hey,
dude,
man, let me some penis, dude. Come on.
I got a macro penis.
Yeah.
It's the big picture. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to suck a dick through a pussy hole, and I'm not gay.
I think I would lie. I don't know. I haven't been to the doctor in years, but I could see myself lying to the doctor. I don't know. You have that joke, Grant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's hard to come to, well, because in some ways you can't lie to the doctor. You know, you can't lie about your height, you can't lie about your weight, because they're giving you the cold hard facts there.
I do, and they get really pissed off.
Like, we're looking at it right now. Hey, three things you never ask a man if you want him to tell the truth. If he goes to the doctor, how many times he jacks off, and if he wears a mask with his guy friends out in public still. Those are the three things. He's gonna just keep meowing.
If he jacks off?
Yeah.
How many times he jacks off?
I'll lie about that every day. I'll go, yeah, none, dude. None.
What?
I've never jacked off.
I hate that stuff,
Yeah.
dude.
It's so much weirder to say you never jack off than like you jack off every day.
I've never even thought of doing that. The thought of doing that's never even crossed my mind. It did once, and then I threw up, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When people talk about jacking off, I go, oh, what? I forgot about that. What is that stuff?
Oh yeah.
I've just been really busy.
Sorry, I've been busy getting pussy. So
it's like
I forgot about that stuff though.
Sometimes you get caught up in the rat race,
and you forget what's really important: jacking off
with your boys.
I do think it'd be funny going to the doctor and being like, "Yeah, I'm 6'5". And the doctor's like, he's like, "What are you doing?" And you're just like, "So, anyways, doc, it's crazy that I'm 6'5".
And I never jack off.
Dude, I told you guys when I had to take that piss test, and it was like me and like a bunch of Asian women.
That was crazy, man.
They didn't even measure me, and then one of them just kept being like, "You're 5'5", you're 5'5", but she had like a strong accent. Yeah, I'll do it when we're not recording. She was like, "You're 5'5", and I'm like, "I'm 5'7", dude. You didn't even measure me." And then like they surrounded me and they were all like chanting, "You're 5'5" at me.
Yeah. Also, you guys are.
Sounds like you are.
That was
5'7". I've been measured before.
I mean, I don't know what.
They were just doing the eye test.
I don't know what episode that was, but that was like that story like pissed me off.
Yeah, it pissed me off too because I had to pay for a drug test when I wasn't even supposed to get one. Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
You guys are a couple of short kings, if I may say so.
I'm a tiny little peasant.
But when you knock 2 inches off a short king, that's
all I have was those 2 inches.
I mean,
that's getting into hate crime.
Come on, man.
That's getting into hate crime territory.
I'm not Jackie Chan. I don't know how to do martial arts. I have no other redeeming qualities about me. I need to be 5'7" and have hair. Okay. If I lose either of those things, I have nothing.
Yeah, it's fucked up, you know.
You go to the doctor, they're like, "Okay, how many drinks do you have a week?" "Okay, all right. And how many times do you jerk off a week?" 0. 0 drinks, 0 jerking off for me. Thank you, doctor. Put me down for 0.
And I'm 6'8",
and I'm not drunk right now.
Yeah, I think I would lie about my drinking slightly.
You gotta.
I would be like, yeah, I drink 3 days a week when it's really like 4 and sometimes 5.
Yeah. Well, you know what you're definitely not supposed to say is if they ask you how many drinks you have in a week, it depends on how sad I am. You're not supposed to say that.
I think they have to report that to somebody if you give that answer back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm hungover right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you being honest or are you lying?
I'm being honest, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Went to a comedian's party.
Oh shit.
Rooftop party. It was a fun hang and got a little wild. That's why I was like, can we record this at noon? Because I knew you were
gonna be hitting that party.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was gonna be hitting that party.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
any friends of the show? Anybody we know there, or just cool New York people?
Friends of the show. Well, you met Momo, right, Ryan, at the show that Momo. I was doing.
Yeah, I met.
Yeah, Momo was there saying that he could beat me one-on-one in basketball, and I was like, dude, you're fat. No way. I'm like, he's like, dude, he was saying he was gonna like scrub me in basketball, and I was like, Momo, I played high school basketball. Like I don't.
The pinnacle of basketball.
I was like,
I played high school basketball in Minnesota.
Dude, he was like, Tommy, he's like, I'm looking at you right now. You're uncoordinated as fuck. And I'm like, Momo, we played pool together. Like, I'm good at sports.
Yeah.
This is the Tommy fallacy, though, we're learning is that you present as somebody who does not do sports, but you are.
He's unathletic passing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
you're stealing unathletic valor.
No, but I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking. I was like, dude, I can dunk. Like, I can.
I mean, I know that you have dunked, but
I played basketball last week with some cooks, with some service industry people, and I was dunking.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I was like, oh, I still got it. Like, no, I'm like, Yeah, I can do sports. I just don't. It sucks that I'm on like the defense with this all the time. I'm like,
you just got to play him. You got to play the guy.
I just got to play the guy.
You do.
You know?
You got to play the guy.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but it was a good time. Had a good night. I don't know. What you guys?
You got to play Momo until he's begging for less.
Yeah.
Just do that, Tommy.
Yep. Tell him that right before you start. You go. I know your name is Momo, but you're gonna be thinking you have money and problems after this game.
I am actually gonna. That's funny. I'm gonna say that actually.
Yeah. By the way, you're listening.
Oh yeah,
you're listening to the We Cool podcast, which is a podcast run exclusively by 3 straight white men, and where we apologize for things.
And a lot of people are gonna say it's not.
A lot of people are saying, no, this is a black podcast. That's where you're wrong.
I just want to
hit him with the trumpets. You remember those?
Nuh-uh.
Wait, what?
The hippo. You remember the trumpets that were big in like 2010 and like every Drake song?
Like the air horn?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I know what you're talking about, but I do think you're.
It was not a good representation.
You were hitting us with more of like a jazz trumpet.
Well, I'm trying to prove to people that this isn't a black podcast.
Okay, well.
I think you succeeded.
Case closed.
By trying to do any music at all out of your mouth.
Wait until you see me try to dance. It's fucked up.
It's incredibly racist.
Let me do the stinky leg.
Let me hear those trumpets one more time, Ryan.
That was better.
Yeah.
You're zeroing in on it.
But okay, we apologize for things. We demand apologies. And we might read a damn anonymous listener apology. We might do that.
I could quick apology to demand.
Sure.
We went and saw the Northman.
Yep.
And I didn't. Everybody's talking about how violent this damn movie is. I thought they showed they didn't show most of the violence. It was mostly off-screen violence. I thought it could have been more violent. So
Grant,
give me more blood.
Wait, so they're just what isn't the whole movie about war?
Yeah,
dude, there is a lot of violence too. Grant is just like but it wasn't enough. I didn't get to see enough people.
It wasn't graphic enough. It wasn't graphic enough. Sorry.
Did you see what are we talking? Were there scenes of like a sword going into a guy and
the guy's nose? Yeah. And he also cuts a guy's nose off. He rips a guy's throat out with his teeth.
Yeah, but they didn't show it. They didn't show it.
It'd be funny if it was all nose casualties.
They're doing a lot of nose work.
A guy got his nose cut off.
Dude,
a guy got his nose shot off. A lot.
Dude, this guy.
They got the best nose guy in Hollywood working on this movie. I swear to God, you are not going to believe the amount of nose mutilation in this film.
Dude, there's a scene where this guy gets his nose cut off, and then later he's like, his nose it's gone. And he's just like, blood is just pouring out of it.
It's Artie Lang.
He's like, all right, dude, we got the kid or whatever, and then like you can just tell the face he makes. He's like, oh, his fucking nose hurts, dude.
His like nose is its nose is off and it's like bleeding. He's like, anyone else's allergies kind of going crazy right now?
Damn, dude, is someone cutting onions?
They should call that movie The Noseman.
Shut the fuck up. No.
Read it.
Yep.
Read it. You gotta tweet the screenshot. Like you gotta tweet the picture of the guy with his nose cut off.
Okay, I got you.
They should have called this movie the No-Noseman.
Yeah. No.
Folks.
That's so yeah, I mean Ryan's saying a guy gets his neck bitten open, but it's implied. You don't see.
You kind of see it though.
Yeah.
He comes up with the thing in his mouth and there's blood all over the place and you hear it. It's just like
I will say, Grant.
What?
Weird bone to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wish there were more bones to pick in that movie. So,
weird thing to come out of the movie going, I wanted more violence.
Yeah, out of a hyper violent movie.
At a very
Yeah, I just didn't see any like children on fire or anything.
Actually, there were children on fire. So,
yeah, I thought there could have been like more rape and like there wasn't very much rape in the movie.
Yeah, Grant, rethink this opinion.
Okay, that just made me think of something else. That yesterday Kelly and I were watching Harry Potter,
and then
no, shut up. Harry Potter gets gifted an invisibility cloak, correct, in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking, it's like, it's a good thing Harry Potter wasn't a little bit pervy, you know, because
this is
I mean,
like
maybe
you have no idea how many comedians had this bit in like 2004.
No, but listen to this. So I brought
like,
this up.
So many comedians had this bit. Dude.
I brought this up to Kelly.
I would have been in the girl's locker room.
Grant, this is a thought you don't say to your fucking girlfriend.
No,
you
because
keep this thought in your head.
Listen to what she said. Listen to what she said. She's like, I think in the movie, or I think in the books, there's a point where they discuss how there's an enchantment where boys can't get into the women's dormitory. And I'm like, okay, so they got like anti-rape enchantments on the Hogwarts
that's interesting.
dormitories.
There's a spell.
Yeah, that makes it so that men can't get in, which like, hey man, where's that spell in real life? Come on.
Even in the wizarding world, rape is a huge problem, Harry. It's not funny. You can't go into the girls' dorms.
I kind of have an apology to demand.
Okay.
I was at work. This woman was very mean to me. Over a course of days.
Multiple days.
A customer?
Yeah, a customer, a guest. She was like to the point where I was a little like shooken up.
Did you cry?
No, but I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to.
Dude, you honestly, here's the thing
I really wanted to. I'm not lying, man.
I want to say this real quick because I had a similar thing this week, and there's a moment in your brain where you're like, I could cry right now, but I'm not gonna.
Well, it's like kind of like the angry cry where it's like, because you have to keep your composure and just be like,
but dude, if you cry,
ma'am, yes, ma'am, and you can't like be yourself, so you're like holding so much in.
Dude, but here's the thing. If you're at work and you're a guy and you start crying because of something someone's saying to you, that person is gonna feel so fucking bad. If they have any morals, the entire week they're like, "Oh, I made a man cry."
So you think it's worse to make a man's tears are worth more than a woman's?
No, but it's more surprising. I've seen
Tommy believes it.
I've been in the service industry and I've seen like a lot of times waitresses will cry and it's like, yeah, that just happens. And like people are going to feel like an asshole. But if I'm
at a diner and my waitress is serving me coffee with tears, I'm not even like surprised.
You're like, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good experience.
I think one fell into my coffee.
I'm like, this is fine. You know, if a man, I'm like,
dude,
hey, man,
what did I do?
I'm calling an ambulance.
Yeah, I think this guy broke his arm. I think he must be physically in pain.
I'm calling 911. You know, what's your emergency? They're like, 911, what's your emergency? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at a man cry right now, and it's a problem.
Yeah, and then they send the SWAT team equivalent of an ambulance because they're like, code red, man crying.
Yeah. Yeah, they send the wambulance. The
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. So I don't know.
What did she say that?
What happened?
Well, so she comes in. It's this woman, a tiny woman, a small. It's in the morning, and she's like comes into the restaurant, and she's just like acting very weird and stuff. Like she's moving from table to table. She's talking to other guests, and I only served her one drink at this point. And then somebody from downstairs in the bathhouse, they say like, hey, this woman brought a bottle of tequila and it's in her locker room. And she keeps going in the lockers and like, you know, chugging this bottle of tequila. She's also like getting naked throughout the bathhouse. And she's just acting very just weird and strange.
Did you say this is in the morning?
Yeah, it's like 10 in the morning.
Oh, also, how old is this woman? Is this middle-aged woman, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we're talking like, no, not middle-aged, but we're like 36, I'd say. Okay. And
so middle-aged to our listeners, yeah, because we only have like early 20s.
Yeah.
And so I cut her off. She tries to get another drink, and I go, sorry, I'm being told by upper man. I mean, I'm running the restaurant, like, but you know, you always got to put it on someone else. So I'm just like, hey, I'm being told
God is telling me I can't give you any more beers.
Yeah, it's still just jarring to hear Tommy saying that he's running that
I know.
restaurant every time.
I
We
know,
saw
yeah.
it, and
We saw him walking around yelling loudly something like, I hate my job and I'm a fucking idiot.
No, he kept going. Well, I'm gonna go pretend to work. I'm gonna go pretend to work. And he'd say it louder and
in front of all his coworkers.
Yeah, his coworkers
Yeah,
would
and they
look at him.
laugh. They go, that's funny, you know.
All right, yeah, sorry, keep going, Tommy.
And that's when you run the restaurant, you get to do whatever you want. It's pretty cool. I took you guys there, and I was just like, hey, I was just grabbing beers out of the cooler and just.
This man is drunk with power
and alcohol.
So I'm like,
it's crazy because Tommy is also drunk at this point when he's like, yeah, you can't have anymore.
Yeah, I'm judging her, but I'm also half in the bag, you know. But I'm just like, hey, like I'm being told by upper management, like, you know, I can't serve you anymore. And she's just like, she starts laughing.
You think you can't serve me anymore?
She starts laughing, and then I start laughing too because I mean, because you know me, I love I love laughter. I love hanging out.
Yeah, like we're doing a bit here now, you and me.
Yeah. So, and I do truly think it's funny that she starts laughing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she's like, haha, you're joking, and then I'm like, I'm not, and I'm like, and she's like, and then she's like, well, why are you smiling? I was like, I don't know, because you were. So I thought this is what we were doing. But she's like, you're not cutting me off, and I'm like, no, I am. I'm cutting you off, and she like doesn't believe me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, someone told me that you have a bottle of tequila in the locker room. Like I can't serve you anymore, and she's just like, wow, oh wow, and I'm like. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're chugging a bottle in the locker room. This isn't like, it's 10 in the morning. Like, I don't know. And you're like getting naked. Like you're acting wildly inappropriate. And she's just like, is backing away. And she's like, wow. Oh, wow. And like, is leaving the restaurant going like, wow. And I'm like, I'm very sorry, but I just cannot serve you anymore. So that happens. Now she comes back a couple days later. Okay. So, and you know, the front desk, they tell me, they're like, hey, so this woman's back in the back. I don't know why we keep letting her in.
Yeah.
But she's back in the morning, and you guessed it, she's drunk again. And so I knew she was going to be a problem, and I'm like, fuck, she's going to come in the restaurant. She already hates me. I cut her off, you know, and like and I'm, you know, people were telling me that she was being weird again, and you know, downstairs in the bathhouse. So when she comes in, I already made up in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give her one cocktail and then that's it, you know, because I was just like, I just don't want any problems, you know.
Are you gonna tell her this ahead of time? Hey,
no.
One.
No, I was just gonna serve her one, and then if she kept getting more, I was just gonna like be like, I can't, I think you're too drunk, I'm gonna make the decision, I'm cutting you off. And because I would have cut her off, and I made a mistake. I wish I would have cut her off immediately, because she was a problem no matter what, you know, and I wish I would have had some dignity and just like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so I'm at the bar, I'm making a couple drinks, and she comes up to me and she's like, yells, there's people around, and she goes, what's good here? Like, what's good? And I was like, oh, well, you know, I really like our green egg frittata. You know, it's the morning, so it's the breakfast menu. And I'm like, I think the French toast is really tasty. You should get that. And she goes, fuck. She goes, fuck no.
This is a fucking Tim Robinson character, man.
It is. It's so I'm like the French. I bring up French.
No, dude.
I bring up French toast, and she goes, fuck no. Fuck no. And fuck no.
This is a restaurant for adults. We can swear in here, right?
Is she saying it multiple times, or you?
Yeah, she said it twice. I'm not, you
fuck
know.
No. Fuck no.
Fuck that and fuck you.
And I'm really not speaking in hyperbole. Like, she's really saying fuck no. Fuck no. And I was like, I was really taken aback. So I'm just like, all right, you know, you don't have to get that then. And then she goes, you guys got any like deals, any specials? And I'm like, no, not really. I'm like, just what's on the menu is just what we have, you know? So like if anything's catching your eye, you know, we can talk about that. And she's like, she goes, you're not doing anything for me right now. And I'm like, and I go like, I was just like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that, you know, but I don't know what to say to you right now. I'm really taken aback, and you know, and she goes, just give me a mimosa, and then walks away. And then like these people were just like, the other guests are like, what was that? And I'm like, I don't know. She's awesome though. I kept going like, I love her. I kept my joke to the other guest. I was just like, I don't know, but I'm gonna marry this woman this morning. Just, you know, I'm trying to like lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
And then so I'm making all these I'm doing all this stuff because it's a lot of times it's just me in the restaurant. So I gotta like, you know, it can take like 7 minutes for me to get to somebody. And then she comes up and she's just like, she comes up and she goes, I'll take like a, you know, give me a cocktail or whatever. And I'm like, oh, you didn't want your mimosa? And she's like, no, just give me a cocktail. And then I'm like ringing her up, and it's like, I'm like, all right, your total. I'm like, did you want to pay here? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, your total is like $17 because it's, you know, expensive cocktails and there's gratuity included. And she's like, $17 for your service for a cocktail? And I'm like, yeah, I kept going like, yeah, I don't have to give it to you. You don't have to buy it. And she's just like, fucking give it to me. Just fucking make it right now. And I'm just like, all right. And like walks away and stuff like that. And then like, it was
nah, man, brutal. You should have cut her off then and been like, you know what? No, get the fuck out.
I wish I would have. And the worst part about it is that like, I really felt like a pussy because like,
you sound like a pussy.
Yeah. Well, and also here's the thing.
I just like
cocktail,
did it.
She's not going to become better. You know, that's not going to make her better.
I know. And I just like I just gave her the one, and then I cut her off, and she was like really pissed off and stuff like that. But like, I felt like a pussy for just giving her the one.
Yeah. But it's really hard. It's hard in that situation because you are trained to just do what they want. You know, like that is what everybody tells you.
Yeah. And, but that's the worst. I mean, so I guess the apology is like, I'm demanding from her for just like, you know, treating me like shit. But like,
oh yeah,
you're like, I'm just like, that's the worst part is that I'm like, fuck, I just did what she wanted. And she like cussed me out. I mean, was so like, I've never had anyone be that like mean. It's like really funny because it's just like, it is like a Tim Robinson character because it's just so aggressive, you know?
Yeah. Dude, my favorite part of that is when she started laughing, and then you started laughing.
Yeah, that was from a few days before.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
It's also cool too that this is somebody who has paid that price for a drink at your establishment already, and then for the second time to be
she's gotten drinking before.
Wait, what? It's
Hold on.
It's always been.
And I'm like, and when I was like, yeah, gratuities included, she's like, you're not doing anything. She's like, you're not doing anything for me. And I'm like,
well, I'm about to make.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna make a drink. I am doing something for you.
I'm also putting up with.
Yeah, everything. I'm allowing you to abuse me publicly.
And I gave her a card back, and I was like, oh, you don't have to get a drink then. And I wasn't saying that in a rude way. I was just like, you know, you don't have to do this.
Yeah. She was like, no, I do.
I love how your restaurant is run like a comedy open mic where the person at the front desk is just like, well, we can't not let her in and do the
just ruin everything.
And you go, you know, I mean, she signed up. She's here. I'm going to give her one drink. She still gets the drink ticket. She's here. She's going to do her time.
So
everybody else just has to deal with it.
So I tweeted this, but she goes and sits next to like this man who comes into the bathhouse a lot. He's a regular, very sweet guy. He comes in and gets like one beer. That's just, you know, his move. And he's outside just enjoying his one beer. And she sits next to this guy and she's talking to them. And I retweeted this. But she's asking, also she's from New York. And she's like, where are you from? Like, where are you from? And I'm like, well, I'm from Minneapolis. I grew up in Minneapolis. And she's like, yeah, I can fucking tell. You're not from New York. And I'm like, first off, I will hit you. Like, I will literally beat your ass. You're 5'1". I will kill you. I'm serving you right now. So I'm not going to act like myself. I'm in servant mode, you know? So that really pissed me off. But anyways, she's sitting next to this guy and she's like, when did you move to New York? And he goes, I moved in 2001. And she goes, 2001. Great year for New York. She's like, such a fun year. And the guy was like, the guy thought she was like doing a bit because he was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, he was like, no, that's when 9/11 happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was like such
It
a
was a
funny
horrible year
interaction.
for New York.
That's a bit that we would do on this podcast. Does this guy listen to the podcast?
It's just so funny to be like, not ironically, like, 2001, best year for New York. It's like, no, that
was the worst one, probably.
Oh yeah. 1942, great year for Germany. Just awesome year.
For Germany.
1941, great year for Hawaii. Great year to move to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Off of a military base in Hawaii.
Anyways, so that's that. She insane woman that I had to deal with this week.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's too bad, man.
I have two apologies to demand real quick before we get to our anonymous listener apology. I had a similar thing with a customer this week where we went to go change her filters and then like did it, everything's fine. And then at the end of the day, I'm like about to go home. And then I get a call from like dispatch and they're like, hey, it's not working. And I thought maybe we just didn't turn something back on. So I go back. It's like 4 p.m. I'm supposed to be done at like 3. And I go back. It's just fucked up. Everything's fucked up. I go through like our whole troubleshooting thing. Nothing works. And I'm there for like an hour and a half. And then finally I'm like, yeah, I can't fix this. And then she's like getting in my face and is like, well, it was working this morning before you guys, what did you do? And I was like, we just changed the filter. Like sometimes this happens basically. And then she's like pretty much cuts me out. Like that's when I was like, I should have cried right there. Cause I was either going to be like, I had three things I could do. I could cry. I could say, you know what, go fuck yourself. Or I could just take it basically.
I just took it.
Took it. Yep. And
I
so
was
then
like shaky after this woman. I was like in the kitchen and I was like the cooks heard it and she's like, they were like, are you good? And I was like,
you got the adrenaline pumping.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm not good. I was like,
that chick sucks.
I was like, I'm really sad right now. You know? So but those are your 3 options, you know? It's
so then it's like 5:30 now. And she also like, at one point she's like, thanks for, you know, using some of your evening to like help us. And then like, I can't fix it. And then she's like, so you just did nothing. And I'm like, dude, they shouldn't have put me here. I shouldn't have been the guy, you know? And so then I like tell dispatch, I'm like, hey, the service tech needs to come out. Service tech comes out the next day. Supposedly fixes it, except here's the thing, he didn't either. Then that night I'm on call. I get a fucking call. It's like, hey, this customer says they have water in their basement. Their thing isn't working. I look at the name. It's her fucking name. So then I have to call her and be like, hey, how's it going, Deb? And she didn't recognize my name, which now I was kind of able to finesse it because like,
can I ask a question? Did you try and change your voice at all? So
not really. No, in fact, I kind of wanted to be like, when I answered the phone, I was like, I almost said, Deb, long time no see, you know, or something like that. But she cut me off. I was like, Deb, and she's like, hey, how's it going? Like whatever. And she was like a lot nicer on the phone, but I was still on the phone with her for an hour, basically just.
Oh my God.
And she was like, yeah, you had some texts come out on Monday and
was she talking shit?
Yeah. And then I was like, well, but then here's what I did.
This small man, I think he was 5'5".
Here's what I did.
What a dumb bitch.
I had my iPad and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at the notes here. It looks like they did do everything right. So it's definitely nothing that they did. Like because she doesn't know it's me. And I'm like, I'm looking at our notes here, looking at the materials.
In fact, it looks like our tallest and most handsome technician was out there yesterday.
I also like that like her basement's flooded and you're like, yeah, I'm on the notes app right now.
Well, actually, dude, it wasn't even flooded.
No one made a mistake.
Dude, it wasn't even flooded. It just wasn't working again. So then I was like, all right, well, tomorrow we'll call you and set up an appointment basically. But that was like an hour of me just being like, I understand your frustrations. And I am thinking you're a huge bitch right now, but you know.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes here and it says that you're a huge bitch. So
it actually says that
we can do.
You did something to it. So I don't know. So that's my first apology there. It's just kind of a quicker one. I don't really want to go into details. It was kind of similar to Tommy's thing.
These customers.
Yeah. I'm so thankful that I don't work customer side anymore because it is the worst thing. It's
I mean,
just
like,
the worst.
And I'm a good waiter. Like I
Yeah.
am good. I'm good with people. I like it. I enjoy when I make something for someone and they really enjoy it. Like that, that does bring me joy. But it like moments like that, I think to myself, I'm like, just quit, just work, just go back to construction. I'm just like, this is.
It would be worse. No, you'd be treated so much worse.
I know. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be treated like shit no matter what.
Okay, so that's my first apology, and then you guys keeping up with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing?
Not.
of.
Okay. I mean,
Here's my gripe.
I only know memes based on
I'm checking out all the viral clips.
This apology is going to be from America and as a society, because here's the thing, man. Okay, Amber Heard shits in Johnny Depp's bed.
Is that true?
Everybody loses their fucking mind. Yeah.
She took a poop.
But Tommy, look at me.
She pooped.
She pooped in his bed.
Johnny Depp's bed.
And then
sent him a picture of it.
Everybody makes a huge deal out of it. But here's this.
She poo poo.
What about this? When a woman shits in a man's heart, nobody seems to care. Kind of interesting as a society that it's almost like we care more about a man's bed than a man's
things, a man's belongings.
Yeah, than how he feels on
this materialistic world.
Yeah. And also, here's the problem with the trial. We've been so focused on, Amber Heard physically, emotionally abused Johnny Depp. She cut the tip of his finger off. She shit in his bed.
Is that all that?
Yeah.
All that's real?
Yes.
She cut his finger off?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're focused on the wrong things, though. Well, meanwhile, we've been talking about that. We haven't even once talked about what's really important. That Amber Heard's pretty damn hot, dude. And the fact that she did all that stuff kind of makes her hotter. Because I like an emotionally abusive woman. Look at my dating record, okay? I think Amber Heard's guilty of I still would have sex with her if she asked me to.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, guilty. Bang, 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 the gavel. Bang, bang, bang goes.
All right. I'm confused on your stance, first off.
Yeah, well, I love Amber Heard and I would do anything for her.
So, okay. So she really cut his finger off?
What about Amber seen but not heard?
How did she cut his finger off?
I think that I don't know if she actually did cut his finger off, but
she cut the tip of his finger off.
I think like he might have cut it off. He might have been mad or something. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Johnny Depp isn't.
What do you know about this?
You're coming in with expert energy, but no, less than Tommy.
I just
you haven't said one like coherent thing.
What do you mean? I just think she's hot. That's my whole argument.
That's coherent.
Your Honor, she is hot, and I would have sex with her.
Well, you're just like. Your
Honor, may I have sex with Ms. Amber Heard if she wants to, in this courtroom, Your Honor?
So you're saying Johnny Depp cut his finger off?
I don't know. I think he abused her too, though, or something. I don't really care.
No, what's coming out is like she was the one who was, and then she was.
Either way, she's still hot.
There's a text or a recording or something of her going, and Tommy, did Johnny go public with this? Let's see what the world thinks of you, a straight white man. Nobody's gonna. She's saying this all, and then
she said, why don't you, as a straight white man, say that you're being abused by a woman, Johnny? And then he's like, okay,
I will.
I did see a clip where he said, like, Johnny Depp said something like, I don't think it was like a slur, but like something not PC, and he was like, well, you have to understand this was the year 2003, and you could say that in 2003. That was like his defense.
Yeah, it would have been like 2014.
He's right.
He was just
it would have been like a lot. It wouldn't have been 2000.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, you got to understand, it was a different time.
Yeah.
Honestly, from the clips I've seen, he's kind of crushing.
Yeah,
in the courtroom.
He is.
Like the court is laughing at his jokes and stuff.
Here's what gives me hope.
That's awesome.
Is Amber Heard loses everything. She might have to move to Minneapolis. Come on, Amber. Abuse me.
Why would she have to move to Minneapolis?
Because she's lost everything. This is where people go when they've lost everything and they have no hope. Like, well, I guess I'll move to Minneapolis.
People go to Gary, Indiana when they lose
No,
hope.
nobody goes to Gary.
No, people go to Indiana. Indiana is where you go when you lose hope.
No, but she's still
Grant's on the money, dude.
God
Thank
damn,
you. Sorry
dude.
to our Indiana listeners. We had a great time while we were there.
It was fine. Dude, she's so hot.
She's not that hot, dude. There's really I mean,
yeah, I think she's all right. Like I didn't.
She's hot enough that I would do.
You would let her shit in your bed?
That would irritate me. That would frustrate me.
Well, yeah, because you're a very clean person.
But I mean, come on, dude. maybe, you know.
Yes or no? Would you let her shit in your bed?
Would I let her? No. But if she did, it would be probably something I would think that we could work through. With my last relationship, there were a lot of things where my brain was still like, no, you can make this work.
You got to clean it up.
I mean, I would just probably throw the sheets out.
Yeah.
And also, dude, if I'm Johnny Depp, I can buy a new fucking bed. What do I care? Oh, no, you shit on my bed. I'm going to have a new one here today. And it's not going to matter at all. Like if she shit on my bed with my financials now, I would be very upset. Okay. Because that bed might be the most expensive thing I've ever owned. It's $400 bed.
Okay. Brag. Okay.
But no, dude, I just feel like we've been focusing on the wrong things, you know?
Thank you for reframing this into
thanks for clarifying that.
In a way,
into a more palatable.
I'm just saying, like with any court case, when there's a woman defendant, you got to ask yourself, above all, is she hot? And if she is, okay, well, she falls into a category. Amber Heard, Casey Anthony,
Amanda Knox,
Susan B. Anthony, Amanda Knox. No,
Amanda Knox is hot.
Nah, not for me.
I don't get this guy, man.
Yeah, no, there's no rhyme or reason.
Not for me.
You think Casey Anthony is hotter than Amanda Knox?
Yeah, dude. Casey Anthony, that chick,
Jodi Aria.
Nah.
Yo, Casey Anthony, yeah, she could kill my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Kill her own kid. That would be mine.
She could murder my children.
She could Casey my Anthony.
Dude.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm into fucked up bitches.
Grant, do you have any apologies?
Just from the Northman, you know, that was the only thing. Oh, also, Ryan put me in a weird, he put both of us in a super weird position the other night.
What did I do?
He was going to see the Northman again. So
I forgot
for anybody
twice
who's listened to this podcast,
isn't the movie like not that good?
It's pretty good. It's like an 8 out of 10.
I didn't think it was that good, honestly. Needed more violence.
But that's Grant's complaint, so take that with a grain of salt.
Take that with a grant of salt.
A whole grant of salt. Could you imagine if Grant was made of salt? How much salt that would be?
I do.
It'd be too much.
I love the salty crunchers, so I'm getting close to being made of salt. Honestly, I love a chip. You know, chips are probably my favorite food.
When you said salty crunchers, I thought that was like a band you were into. I was like, yeah, it's some EDM band that Grant listens to.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard from you. That
what?
Chips are your favorite food.
I don't know, man.
Grant also prefers gas station. What were you trying to turn me on to? You were like gas station sandwiches for a while.
No, just from like Quick Trip. Quick Trip. Yeah. I think a Quick Trip chicken sandwich is superior to like the McChicken.
No,
I think it's better.
No,
definitely not.
Well, write in, folks. Write in. Honestly, I feel like I deserve an apology for this attack that's been happening.
We're gonna get so many write-ins from truckers that are just like, yeah, dude.
I think you might be surprised that people are going to be on my side. I love. He's getting after me on this. I've seen you power down multiple sandwiches at one gas station from a Casey's.
Yeah.
Like, Tommy, you've seen it too. It's
I mean, Ryan's palate.
I have taste because
I will say both your palates are childish. Like,
shut the fuck up.
Grant's is a little better than Ryan's.
I will say, with New York, Tommy gave me the most disgusting salad I've ever had in my life. That was just like celery stalks with lettuce on it and the worst vinaigrette.
Dude, you would have hated.
Dude, it's good.
He gave me grilled cabbage, and you would have hated it. Ugh. I don't think Ryan and I are in the same realm, palate wise. Even though I did just
you guys are children. We had oysters. You know, you enjoyed that at least.
Grant's full spectrum because Grant can appreciate the nice things, but he can also just like be that's
very true.
I dug that pizza out of that trash.
And he's got a diverse flavor.
I told the story about how I took a guy's coffee when he fell asleep next to me at the coffee shop, right? I think I told this before, but I'll recap it real quick.
Is this during COVID?
No, it was I was in college and I was at a Caribou and a guy fell asleep next to me, and then I drank my coffee and then just took his coffee and left.
Dude, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, I'll hit for the cycle. You know, I'll pay like $200 for a meal, but I'll also steal coffee and eat
Yeah,
gas.
I'm in the same boat too. I used to at my college, I would just like people would like when I did like a semester in Winona, people would like they wouldn't eat their food and they would just put it on like the conveyor belt that like it goes into the dishwasher and stuff like that. And I would just take their food sometimes and eat it when I was out of like points on my card for cafeteria. So I would just go to the cafeteria and just grab like a half-eaten burger, eat it, and like walk away. So I'm disgusting.
That's understandable. You were that age too, where it's like, you were scrounging age.
Yeah. Wait. So I'm sorry. So
okay. Yeah. This is what happened. So
I'm in my scrounging era right now.
Don't make me go scrounging mode.
Don't make me go scrounging on you. Wait. Okay. So Ryan, you went to go see the Northman again?
So this is what happened. We were in the green room after Sisyphus, and I was asking. I'm like, hey, you guys are gonna be at CCU or whatever. It's Ryan and Courtney, and they're like, yeah, Saturday night we're gonna go see the movies and go to the movies. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. What you gonna go see? Ryan brought this up. Keep in mind, Ryan's the one who brought up what they're gonna go do. And then I go, oh yeah, what are you gonna go see? And he goes, The Northman. And I turn to him and I go, again? And
traitor.
This just
betrayal.
Courtney immediately just lights up and she's like, what the fuck, Ryan? Why? What the hell? Like
why are you and Courtney dating? Like you guys are
there's
friends.
There's so many questions. But also why
we're friends?
First of all, why did you bring it up? Second of all, you gotta include your boys in the lies if you're trying to keep them straight.
Yeah.
Second of all, why would you lie about that? Like, why is that something that you feel the urge to lie about? It's insane.
Dude, I've never seen Ryan. I've never seen you wrong in so many ways at one time.
It's
just wronging everybody. At one point
this lie that is so useless and something that I would never think to like, oh, don't bring that up. Don't talk about that. That's a sticky wicket.
Also, such a reasonable thing to say. The first thing you would obviously say again. The only
that's a
reasonable thing to say.
Grant said again. Grant, you should have read the context and went, oh, you're probably gonna like that movie.
No, I gave the full Muppet delivery like that. Yeah,
he went full Tim Allen.
I went full Muppet. But again, man, why tell the lie? Why put yourself in that position?
Dude, you don't want to get into the Ryan psyche.
Because then all of a sudden you're acting cagey and weird, and somebody's like, "Hey,
you're acting KG the comedian, dude. You're acting KG."
Well, Grant, I'm glad you asked why I did that lie. Let me tell you. Come walk on into my mind for a second.
All right, I'm in. So, wait, Grant, can you open up that creaky door into Ryan's mind? Yeah. All right.
That's what my mind. It's just wind. But so last Friday, Courtney and I were supposed to see it, and then she got mad at me because I was like, I want to go to CCU, and she was like, she got mad.
Yeah, so, you guys are dating.
We're not dating.
Embarrassing. I've hung out with you guys before.
We're friends, but she's...
No, I know that you're friends, but you guys are dating.
But she has get mad privileges still, where it's like she can just
that's
about
dating.
Something insane.
Yeah, that's what having a girlfriend.
The difference between friends and dating.
No, we're just friends.
It's the getting mad privileges.
She has getting mad privileges. I can't take them away. It's a right at this point. So
it's a woman's right.
It's a woman's right to get mad at me.
Hey, women's rights. Am I right?
Never should have let them be doctors. But so we're supposed to go on Friday. She gets mad, and then we don't go. So then Grant is like, well, I think I'm gonna go with my buddy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And so then we were like, we'd planned. We were like, all right, we'll go next weekend then. But I'm like, well, I'm gonna go see it early, because I want to see it. I don't want to wait until this weekend to see it.
Sure.
Go with Grant. We have a great time. We see the movie.
Had a little fun.
I like it. We make fun of it. It's good.
I sipped on a little White Claw.
That's great. I love bringing a White Claw into the theater.
Then just keep lying to Courtney. And at one point I slipped up earlier too, because I'm like, yeah, dude, I saw like the Top Gun trailer. And she was like, where did you see that? And I was like, I saw it on YouTube.
Well, Ryan, you're not explaining why you do this. You're just saying that you did it.
Yeah.
It is like,
Well,
well, anyways,
why not just tell her that you went to see it?
Because then she was mad before, and then she's gonna get mad again.
But this is the thing: if then she's gonna find out about the lie and be mad. Anyway.
How would she find out?
When you go in the green room, yeah, I'm going to see the movies. That movie that me and you just saw.
Unless Grant betrays me.
I don't even know how to tackle this right now, Ryan. Like, I kind of just want to put this to bed. I'm like, why would you bring it up?
Why would anything?
Because
why would any of it?
Self-sabotaging. Okay.
You're literally somehow you're more George Costanza than George Costanza. Like,
it is such a Costanza thing.
Well, I don't know, but it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny moment, and I don't regret it.
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, and I don't owe Grant an apology for my own gaffe.
Well, he's not even demanding one. We're just.
I mean, a little bit in a joking way, but you should really you should apologize to yourself, Ryan. for constantly putting yourself in these situations.
It didn't hurt me. It was so easy to get out of, and I was just like, yeah, I went and saw it with Grant. She was like, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, I don't know.
It wasn't that easy to get out of, actually, for me, because Ryan turned to me while we're still in the moment, and he's like, no, I didn't. So the focus is now on me to figure out, to just lie to Courtney to her face while she knows it's not.
I forgot I did. Okay, I'll apologize for that. That's really funny, though.
Oh my God, Ryan, you're an insane man. No, hey, I'm going to go see the Northman. Oh, again? When we said no, shut up, no.
I was suddenly caught in the crossfire of these two insane people. Yeah, so
God damn, dude.
About the and you know what, we're nearing the end here, so maybe we just skip the listener apology this week.
No, we can
okay.
Time to
but this is the trailers for movies now. Yeah. It feels like real life interdimensional cable from Rick and Morty. It's just like
that's such a funny take,
dude. They're insane. Top Gun 2, and it's just called Maverick.
Yeah.
And then it's Downton Abbey, the movie. And the movie is about what if they made a movie in Downton Abbey?
Yeah. Is that a real?
That's the movie. The movie is what if they made a movie in Downton Abbey? What if Downton Abbey was a movie?
They're making a movie in the movie.
And they're this close to just they're this close to just looking down the barrel of the camera and being like, the Downton Abbey movie. And it's everything.
We're reaching the end of civilization.
About making a movie about Downton Abbey, and that's the movie. Well, it's two movies in the movie that we're making that. And also, I'm going to blow my fucking head off.
Of course, since we make movies, we can only make movies about making movies. The writers have no experience other than just being...
I have a creative...
Here's $10 billion.
All right,
make it now then. Go on.
It's so funny.
Go on, make it.
The cultural thing is like, you think about the coastal elite, the Hollywood elite, and they're like, we want to do, and then they go, all right, let's make a movie. Okay, what should the main character in this movie be? Oh, let's make him a TV writer. Let's make what if this guy is like a movie producer, you know?
Well, dude, that's almost better though when they're like, yeah, he works at a coal mine, and then they just get the character totally wrong. Like they're like, yeah, it's a lesbian woman who works at a coal mine in West.
Lesbian.
And
a lesbian in a wheelchair working in a coal mine.
Her daughter doesn't want to talk to her because her daughter loves green energy. And her lesbian mom doesn't understand that coal is actually ruining the world.
The coal mining lesbian. This fall.
Adam Sandler is the coal mining lesbian. All right, let's get to this anonymous apology. And then I'll say this. I'm going to make a promise to the viewers on our next episode. We're going to get to the anonymous apology right away. I think we should do that first.
We have been doing that. This was a fun one. We had good energy.
I'm surprised. I'm really tired, man.
We also had apologies to demand. So okay, so we actually have a couple shorter ones. that we can kind of fire through.
These ones are 5'5".
And also, hey folks, if you got something to write in, please write it in. We're getting a little bit low on the anonymous apologies. If you want to do that, go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast.
And while you're at it, give us 5 stars on Apple
and
reviews.
Spotify has ratings now. So,
does it?
Yep.
What do we got?
I think we're doing good over there. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're doing all right. So keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep telling your friends, guys. The podcast is growing, but we always want it to be bigger. Thank you all for listening. Again, right into grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast. We'll go through some short ones here. Here's one from I think something we covered, well, I guess earlier in the episode, but also a couple episodes ago, Tommy's sports career. This says Tommy Bayer needs to apologize to all wide receivers he played football with. Dude throws ducks.
Ooh. Not a good passer.
Oh yeah, and when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah,
when I was the quarterback in 6th grade.
See, this is Tommy. This is your fucking weird angle, man. You get to be like, oh no, I was a great athlete.
I wasn't good at football.
But then you play both sides here. I
was all right at football.
Spiral.
Yeah, you in fact, you would say you threw darts.
And you were like, we passed a lot in my football program when I was the quarterback.
Yeah, you made it sound like you were a prolific passer in elementary school. Like you were like the Brett Favre of Stilson Elementary.
I was all right. I don't know.
Okay, he's playing both sides.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Tommy's in the Capitol, and he's also like, I don't think we should, guys.
But I'm not. This wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
No, I was all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Apologize.
Seems like he's refusing.
For throwing ducks.
No, I was fine.
Literally. And what if Tommy, like they hike him the ball and then he just throws it down? He's like, he has a fucking duck.
I'm trying to think who wrote this in.
Is ducks is that a derogatory term for a bad pass? I've never heard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what ducks mean.
Throwing ducks, yeah.
Like bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even
Throwing
know.
ducks.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to the Timberwolves season. By the way,
they had a good season.
Me and Tommy Sheeman watched the game a couple nights ago at a bar. Damn, I was bummed.
Yeah, it looked like we were gonna win, and so I'll cop to it. Being a non-athletic fuck over here, when I was running.
Also, I'm not saying I'm like an athletic
he's flip-flopping.
I'm just saying like I was good at sports. I was like,
can I ask you a question? Are you a fish that's not in the water right now because you're flipping and flopping, buddy?
I'm not like saying I was the best. I'm like very clear. Like I was backup point guard.
When you go, I'm just what.
It's good but bad. But
I guess going back to the question that started this episode, we found something Tommy is completely comfortable lying about.
I'm not lying. I don't know what do you guys think I'm lying about?
I don't know, man. You're the one who's casting doubt on everything.
I think it's funny that people think I'm bad at sports. I tell them I'm pretty good at sports, but I'm not saying I'm like I was like an all-star. I'm just saying I was a good athlete.
You're starting to sound like a real trash lead.
I don't know what's not clear about that.
Trash lead. Tommy's.
Hey, whatever. I don't care.
Somebody called vinyl salesman because we got a broken record over here.
Woo!
I think I'm telling the same story. I think I'm being very clear, but all right.
You're telling the lame story.
We'll see. We'll see the tail of the tape, Tommy. This is recorded. I don't know if you knew that.
Let's also get recorded. Tommy,
I don't know if you knew that, Tommy. This all gets recorded. It's on the cloud now.
You want to redeem yourself, Tommy? You start throwing some passes and you record them. Let's see if you got a tight spiral or if it's.
Also, I never claimed. Yeah, maybe I wasn't the best 6th grade quarterback. I don't know what I'm supposed to apologize.
Oh,
he admitted.
I think I was pretty good. I remember being all right.
Yeah, he admitted.
Immediately flip-flops.
All right, so I'm supposed to apologize for being bad at
receiver.
passing.
to your wideouts.
Every wide receiver you've ever had in 6th grade. Do you know the names?
No, I can't remember their names. No.
Yeah.
Can't even remember their names.
Horrible.
But he was a good quarterback.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Dude, horrible leadership there. Doesn't remember children's names 20 years later.
Yeah.
After he was their quarterback.
Dude, I was 11 years
You were the linebacker, but you were the quarterback, Tommy.
All right. I apologize for throwing.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Doesn't Tommy look like one of those kids that like he'd be like, yeah, I played football, and you'd be like, oh, what position did you play? And he'd be like, yeah, I was a defensive lineman for some reason.
Yeah,
like it's just like a tiny guy that's like, yeah, I played D line.
Yeah, there were 14.
I played nose guard in 7th and 8th grade. I did. I was quick off the jump, so I could get past the center and try and sack the quarterback.
That's awesome.
Because Tommy has such a big nose. You would guard him with his nose. Get out.
He didn't even need a face mask.
He'd sniff him out. He was. All right.
Okay. This one says, "I'm sorry. I thought this was a Subway."
You guys.
So I don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a Subway.
I'm sorry. I thought this was Subway.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What?
I think we had some riffs about Subway.
Oh,
In the episode Schlubway.
Write in and clarify.
Yeah, if you're gonna write in something like this, you gotta give extensive footnotes.
Yeah, they're just quoting. They're just quoting the podcast. They're not. This isn't an actual apology. They're just doing Anchorman fanboy stuff where they're just like,
yeah, that's cool though, man.
They're just commenting.
Yeah, this is what be on a YouTube
video. Yeah, go comment. Yeah, whatever. All right, I don't get that.
No, keep writing in. Oh, Tommy's salty now.
Yeah, Tommy's cranky because he just realized.
I'm in a really good. I'm not mad at all.
We entangled him in a logic.
So
I don't know why you guys keep putting this shit on
me. Tommy's foot is caught in a truth trap.
Okay, now this.
I don't know what my lie is.
Now this one is good. This one is home, and I think this one is very much legitimate.
All right.
Grant needs to apologize. Oh, fuck, no. Grant needs to apologize for making Ryan and Tommy apologize to him for their insanity.
Yeah.
It's
not our response or to apologize for my mental illness. It is.
Your mental illness is not an excuse.
I'm mentally ill, and that means I can do anything.
I'm trying to bring back Linsanity.
Yeah.
Just be like, dude, that's Linsane.
I mean,
this is Linsanity right now.
What about Linsanity, but it's Lizzie McGuire?
I think I really am for most our listeners. I think for most our listeners, I'm the POV. I'm the tether to reality. No, because that's what you guys are, the insane ones.
Write in and tell us who you relate most to.
What have I said that's insane?
You could throw a football.
First off,
case in point, Tommy. Yet again. Somehow finding ways to get tangled even more tightly in
dude,
that.
I feel like I'm getting gaslit right now by like a lot of people.
No, you'd have to be stupid and insane to think that you're being gaslit right now.
I feel like I'm getting gaslit by like the listeners and you guys.
Yeah, Tommy, you can't get gaslit by the audience of your podcast. That's actually impossible. So that's on you.
Why am I insane?
You'd have to be so fucking crazy to even think that.
Well, I'm sorry for you know what? I'm sorry for holding your white asses accountable. That's what I'll say. I'm sorry for making you guys come to terms with your insanity and your Linsanity, Tommy.
When have we ever apologized to you?
Yeah.
Well, many times.
Yeah, you've made us apologize many times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with this listener. I shouldn't have to apologize anymore to you. I'm done apologizing to Grant. And that's a Ryan Call promise.
I think no offense, but this listener's like acting pretty insane themselves.
No, I like them.
It's crazy to be like, why are they demanding an apology from you for us being crazy towards
me? Like, demanding apology.
There's like, it feels like this is like a you know what's Mexican standoff. It feels like a Mexican standoff for like gaslighting. You know what I mean? It's just like we all have guns pointing at each other. Like this listener, Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
What are you trying to do?
I want to see the apology.
Okay.
If I can read it, then I think I can get a better feel for it.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Okay.
Why don't you give it your read?
Fuck, God damn it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Grant needs to apologize for making Ryan talk.
Read it.
Yeah, you need to apologize to us.
I think he does.
All right, I'm sorry.
For what?
For making...
No, don't read it. Don't read it. Doing genuine...
For making you apologize for your insanity.
No.
This is a back. Sincere. This is you shouldn't like this because it's backhanded on my side. That's why I'm saying I'm the stand-in for the audience.
I think I'm the voice of reason.
No.
No.
Dude, yeah.
No, Ryan, no.
You saying that is the most insane thing.
No, Grant's right. He might be the POV.
No, I think
I'm kind of the straight man, in more than one way.
And Tommy's the man, and I am the Uberman. The Ubermensch.
Yeah. I'm third mic on this podcast. He's the POV. Ryan says insane stuff, and every episode I'm more or less like the guest, where I'm just like, "What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on."
Tommy's the lurker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm the voice of reason, dude. Write in. Tell me if you think
that's the most unreasonable thing you could say.
Also, write in. Tell me why I'm insane.
Well, okay, time out.
We're all a little bit insane.
Aren't we all?
Bro, we're Linsane. This is Linsanity.
Mm-hmm. Lin-Manuel insanity.
Tweet that. Tweet it.
Tweet it. Tweet it, Jerry.
Tweet Lin-Manuel insanity.
Jerry, I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna post, Jerry.
No, but here's what I want to happen is I start pushing this narrative that I'm the voice of reason, and then a bunch of people write in and are like, "No, Ryan is the voice of reason," and then I start to really believe that on this podcast, and then
you're gonna gaslight yourself.
Yeah, dude. So that I start to be like, "No, actually." I'm like,
I wonder if that would actually.
I have an air of superiority every time I say something stupid.
You already have that.
I'm like, actually, it's more
change anything.
What do you mean?
That's honestly the secret to a happy life is gaslighting yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You just gotta continually gaslight yourself.
Yeah,
and also the secret
to happiness
to a happy podcast.
Yeah,
happy podcast, happy life.
When we end, Tommy, stay on for a second. I got to say something to you.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
You guys have any things to plug?
Yeah, I got a show at Bowery Electric in New York, May 29th. I'm hosting with my boys Noah Snyder and Wolfgang Hunter. It's a good room. I'll have posters up.
Awesome.
For that soon.
Oh shit, dude! There was a news apology I wanted to get to, but I guess we can do that next week.
We'll have to do it next week.
We're gonna have to do it next week.
We'll do it next week,
May 12th. So the week after this comes out, I believe. I'll be at Nordic Brewing with Connor Hangslaben.
Oh, dude, tell him I said what's up.
The boy. No, I'm not going to do that. Right. I believe Monticello, Minnesota. Friday, Saturday, I'm going to be at Comedy Corner Underground. I don't know who's headlining. Probably somebody pretty fun.
It's Torio.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be a good show. Come on out. Comedy Corner Underground, the 13th and the 14th.
Of June?
Of May.
Connor's moving to New York.
Who? Connor?
Connor, nice. Yeah.
Bob's got to figure out what the fuck he's doing with marketing on CCU. But hopefully we can get that figured out. Anyways, Grant, you got anything to promote?
May 17th, I'm going to be closing down the House of Comedy Funniest Person with the Day Job contest. I'll be headlining that night at House of Comedy in Bloomington, Minnesota. Rick Bronson's House of Comedy, May 17th. Come see your boy.
Rick Bronson's House of...
No. And follow us all on Instagram. Follow the boys on Twitter, social media. Follow the podcast. Subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Thank you all so much.
Rate us. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening. Is this it? Is this the outro? Are we doing music?
Yeah, this is it. We're done.
Okay. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. In my ass. What? I've been Ryan Call for Tommy Bayer and Grant Winkles. This has been the We Cool Podcast. Oh, fuck your mother. Okay.
Take care. Brush your hair.